So that chapter this week, bro, 1087.
That chapter. Oh my god.
Gotta go buy a guard card, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yo, guard deck's on the rise right now. The tribute deck.
I'm just gonna read it now, I guess. I didn't know it.
It was so good. Guy came back from surgery. He can see through walls now.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm just gonna write a banger from the jump.
He can see through the heavens and see the truth. See the One Piece.
This is still a card game podcast.
Yeah, we're just hyped from that chapter.
But the manga chapter this week. Oda.
Yeah,
Oda Sensei, am I right?
Let us
That
know
was
if
so
there's
good.
like a group of you guys that wants us to do like chapter reaction videos.
Chapter reaction videos would be
would
so fun.
Be
Or,
torturing Trevor over there.
What is
Yeah.
it? In the 29th of this month?
Yeah.
Oh, on the anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The biggest
We
thing
should
to
do a
have.
video for that.
Gear 5.
100%. We need to do a react
Do
video.
you want to
to
live
that.
stream it?
Yeah,
Or-
Trevor can
yeah.
just go like this the entire time while...
I think we're just gonna pretend like he doesn't exist anymore.
No,
I think we're just gonna
that.
continue with the
I'm on
same
your side,
process
Trevor.
we've always used. And he's just a behind-the-scenes guy, ears closed, eyes shut. You know?
No, even sometimes they have a charm to
My
them.
favorite type of parties.
Wow. You sit in the corner. Awesome. Anyways, so we have some new cards that were shown. We're going to talk about this in a minute. But also, we have Store Championships, the first batch. There's more to come, obviously. But we played at Versus, Games in Oviedo, House Rules Games in Kissimmee, and Brownbeard?
Bearded Brown Coat.
Bearded Brown
it's
Coat
called,
in
Bearded Brown Coat.
Ocala.
In Ocala.
Right?
It's
Yeah.
actually a great
So
store.
we split around
It's a
going,
phenomenal
trying
store.
to do events.
Huge.
Because
Oh,
it is
yeah?
a cap 32.
It's also like a used GameStop. Like it's like a old used video game store. Like I'm talking from PlayStation up. Like they have like Dreamcast games in
Oh,
there.
there's a place like that
It's
in,
super cool.
The Ultimate
Sorry.
Mall.
Nothing. I didn't do that. Anyways.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's cool. But I was saying, it's a hard event to get into because it's a 32 cap. So that's why you couldn't get into house.
I'm in it this week.
No, but the one from last week.
I know, but I'm in it this week.
So, me too. I'll be there.
Are you in it?
No, I work.
He
A
works.
lot of people didn't get in it. Like a lot of people
Ooh.
were telling me today that they didn't get in it. Trevor didn't even get in
Ouch.
it.
I didn't get my...
Ouch.
no one told
Sagar
me.
didn't get in it.
I add
He literally put it
everyone
the
every
second
single
it came out.
time.
What time?
It was 4:36 p.m.
It's
yesterday.
on the timestamps.
Oh, see, that's when I'm asleep because I work overnights.
See, that
Skill
sounds like
issue.
a personal problem.
Discord?
On group chat.
In the group chat.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see
Yeah.
I always look out for the homies. I tell them when things are up for sale.
You are very kind with that.
Yeah, I try to. But people
See, I
sometimes
already
don't
signed
listen.
up by the time you sent the message.
Oh.
Because it goes to my work
'Cause I
email,
didn't
so I
ask.
never miss.
Yes, you're working
That's the
email.
one working while you check.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Yeah. I lose my work email every now and then.
That's when I stop the,
The
sim.
most-
I see house rules, stop the sim, baby.
I hope your
I
boss
see my
starts watching the
notification.
podcast.
House rules. That's a
He's
item
watching
you
me play
want.
the sim, let me tell you. Every time he comes in, he sees that. He's like, what's that? I go, oh, it's just a game I got going over here. I got to watch.
Hopefully your boss doesn't see us. Yeah, so at Store Championships, personally, from my point of view, I saw a lot of yellow happen.
A lot of yellow, a lot of yellow.
From the two that I went to, yellow won both events at Versus and House. And then what won at...
Zora won.
Colton.
Yeah, Colton won.
Colton, who top 32 in Texas, so he's always playing
And I got
Zora.
second to Colton. He beat me. Literally, he won the dice roll, and it came down to the last card. I went for game, and he had to have radical guard point, and he had radical guard point, guard point. Those were his,
Whoa,
those
wait,
were his
wait,
three
wait,
cards,
wait.
so you win.
He had 4 Dawn up, and he...
3 down up,
Oh my
and you had
God.
those 3 cards in hand. I'm like, they have
That-
to word for word be each one of those cards.
That's
and I'm
disgusting.
like, if you get it, you get it. He's like, yeah, I got it.
Dude,
I'm
speaking
like,
of guard point, so when I was playing at House on my final match, we both triggered off life guard point and radical to boost.
oh, your leader.
We both did it, and thankfully I had just enough to get over that.
So what do you guys think, though, so far from what you've seen from Store Championships, Diego's deck reports coming in and deck lists? Like, what do you
Yeah.
think of the format so far?
Yellow.
I think it's not solved at all yet.
Not
Oh,
even
yeah, no.
close.
Yeah, like
People are trying new things.
People are
People are
playing
just trying
yellow
new
because
things.
it's the new color. It's
Yeah.
just like Smoker. Smoker was so popular in Orlando, I know, for
I'm
so long.
really
The
looking
one faithful
forward
smoker player.
to
Yeah.
less people playing yellow because the mirror match is atrocious.
It's terrible.
It's-
Who has better life?
Who has
Yeah.
better life, and then who can play more big moms. That's literally
Who comes
all.
out better?
That was
Like,
our mirror
it's-
match, our
it's
finals at House. It was a mirror match and yellow. The only difference was that the guy that was playing with Ricky, he had oven. He's wanted to beat her.
Oh,
Yeah.
So see, here's the thing. I was talking to you about this before this format came out. I really like Katakuri. I do.
I love Katakuri.
The
a
problem is
7K swing.
I hate the other cards around Katakuri. And here's why. when you're scaling up in that deck, you have to do like the one thing that's telegraphed. That's the only thing I hate. The leader allows you to go beyond that by looking at life or whatever, okay? But like playing Katakuri on 8, you should probably do. Or playing the Big Mom 7 drop on 8, you should probably do. Those are your two options. It's never like, let me play double cracker, it feels like. Like it's not like that.
So
Like, you know, one of those two things are happening every time, and then 10 drop, you know Big Mom's coming. Like, it's... Like, I felt like with Whitebeard, at least, it's like, am I getting double Marcoed? Am I getting Ace? Am I going to see Luffy
Or some
here?
combination of
Am I
stuff.
seeing a combination of things here? The
Yeah.
only thing I don't like about Yellow is that. That's literally it. That's my one gripe.
yeah,
I
mean,
love the leader. I actually think the leader is so cool.
The leader is my
7K
favorite part about
swing and
Yeah.
card knowledge is so freaking awesome.
He has the strongest boost out of
My
all
thing
the
about
leaders.
it-
He does.
Yeah.
He does. He has a great
Because no
boost.
matter what, you get your boost.
Yeah. By the way, this
Yeah.
was a judge question I was asked actually last night at Versus.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it was, if all life is taken, does Katakuri still get the boost? Yes, he does,
Yes, it
for
does.
those who are wondering.
Yeah.
I had the same thing happen to me at pre-release. When we were at pre-release, someone
Yeah.
was complaining to me that they lost because they were out of life. Both players were out of life, so he
Yeah.
didn't get the power. I was like, no, you get the power. And he was like,
Oh.
no, I
Oops.
don't. And I was like,
No, you definitely
yeah,
do.
you do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was like, that 1K made me lose. And then it was really funny, too, because there was like 5 other players around me that were like, you don't get the power. Like,
Did they ask for judge?
no, they didn't ask for it.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
So when in doubt, ask a judge.
Yeah.
You definitely get the boost.
Yeah,
So-
you get the boost.
Yeah.
I had to pull it up on the. One of the great things I love about Bandai, by the way, that other card games don't do, is that every time a new set comes out or a new product comes out,
The fact.
they create a nice
Well, you
little
can't say that.
PDF.
What, fact?
Oh, sorry. I misheard you. Sorry.
Frequently asked
Oh, did you
questions?
think he said or do you think you said like the word?
No,
for
this is like the thing that you have going on every now and then.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
We're going to do some tonight. Oh,
Here's the name of the character.
every time we say cracker, just a beep.
oh no, it doesn't work for me and you. It's only when Diego says cracker.
That's right. We got a cracker pass.
Yeah, sorry.
Where was I? Oh yeah,
The FAQ.
the PDF, the FAQ.
Yeah.
A lot of the commonly asked questions or the things that they know people wonder about or weird rulings, they tend to like just do a really good job of ahead of time producing that, which I really really like because a lot of other card games do a really bad job.
Once
of
you get
doing
past the Google Translate.
It's funny.
Job.
It's funny because you're totally right. Like in Pokemon, I remember like at least when I played, it could be different now.
Yeah.
You would have to like go up to the judge and ask. Like there
Yeah.
was no like PDF,
Professor?
or it was like get on the forums and try to see and figure it out. But then that's one person's opinion. You're like, I don't know who that is. That's just Pokemon 7-7 behind there. You know who's that guy?
And Yu-Gi-Oh is really annoying too
Yeah.
because for anyone that's watched Yu-Gi-Oh, there's differences between whether or not the card has a semicolon or if it's a colon or a
Yes.
period or
Yeah.
a comma.
And that changes the effect.
That
Yes.
changes the entire effect. Or they'll use different conjunctions where it's like you can, you may, if when, you may or you
Yeah.
have to. Like it changes everything about that.
Yes.
Well, it's funny though. To your point though, the guy came up to me and he's just a Garrett Beard fan.
Yeah.
That's why he came up to me. He was
Hey.
like, "Hey Garrett, no, you're judge. Can you tell me about this about Katakuri?" And I got Ben right next to me, right? He doesn't even know Ben's like the level 1 judge, level 0 judge for all of One Piece. Right? I'm like,
it's like-
you got the head judge for One Piece right here. Why don't you ask him? And Ben goes, "Did you not read the FAQ?" He's like, "We
Ben,
put it out there
I
for
love Ben. He's
everyone."
the one that tell you- yeah, you go on the official website and fucking read that.
Yeah.
You have a question?
There-
Read
you
it.
literally, there is so much information that's so free out
Yeah.
there on the Bandai website.
Super
The
nice.
ba-
That's
people
one of my
don't even
favorite parts
realize
about Bandai.
events, product releases, FAQs, it's all on the website. Where do I get information? On the website. Where do I get the events? On the website.
Yeah.
Every single time. It's on the
I don't-
website.
I can't really think of any like crazy rulings that aren't on that.
No, they cover everything super
The
well.
thrashing for-
and some people just
people-
don't know about it, honestly. So, for those who don't,
Yeah.
it's a good thing. Use the resource, the app, the website, whatever. I understand that app is super frustrating. I don't think any one of us would argue that.
Yeah.
But it does do some things well.
Yeah.
And that's one of them.
I like the deck builder on the app. I just wish it was updated more.
You know
that-
what's interesting too is you can change your language to Japanese.
Yeah.
And you can see the Japan format
Yeah, you can also...
on the deck builder.
Oh, the deck builder. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you can also go... I Google search One Piece card game, Asia EN,
Yeah.
and it takes me to the Southeast Asia version.
Right.
So what's gonna happen?
That's really funny because people keep on telling me the same thing with that card and other cards. And
Thrashing.
I had
So
the
we're talking
same
about
argument. The 4-6 teach.
Teach in the new game messing me up. The 4-6 teach. He said you trash 4,000 or higher, and they use trashing for trashing from hand and trashing in general, but it refers to the one on field because otherwise.
Trashing is from field, I think.
Yes.
It's-
Unless it specifies trash from hand.
A lot of people think that the effect works with trashing a card from your hand.
No, that'd be busted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Hunter was telling me that card's insane, and then I was just like, I think it's like good, but I don't think it's like crazy.
I almost got that mixed up, but the reason is that Thatch, the new one, thematically, the whole point of him is to be used by that Teach. Teach.
Yeah, I know. That's,
Yeah.
The Thatch.
Thatch,
That boosts
the
himself.
teach. Yeah, because because the Thatch says
It's a 1-drop that can boost to 4K.
and you kill it at the end of the turn,
and you kill
Yeah.
it.
and then you make him a 4K, and then you use the teach.
Exactly.
And that's the
That's what reminded me of it.
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah.
You said teach twice, though, so I was just
Teach,
confirming for
Thatch.
people.
much
My,
teach can your
hot
Thatch
take
teach?
here, hot take here. What I've realized from the first week is I'm actually not that impressed by teach.
I haven't seen him
Yes,
I don't think
I
it's good.
thought like on paper. Okay, it's the Douglas Bullet thing from set 1. The card reads so freaking well. Okay,
I say
but
this,
in application, it's like that's one less body I don't have to swing into. Like sometimes when you teach and it's like, oh hell yeah, I don't have to swing into that buggy now.
Yeah.
Great.
I understand the concept where it's like, oh, this is a big body that's generating me resources in a deck that's like
Big body during your turn.
yeah,
Getting rid of 6K is not a problem for most decks.
correct. But
So you get one swing out of it.
still a
Let's
good,
say.
it's
Let's
still a
just
good body.
say. Because people are
And a
going to deal
card,
with
yeah.
it. You're going to get one swing out of it. You're going to get an 8K swing out of it. It's fine.
I say this all the time, and especially when it comes down, unfortunately, in this game, and the fact that it's only in set 3, and I think this was the case in set 1, honestly, too. If your card doesn't get any utilization until the next turn after you play it, that card's effect needs to be like an auto win button. Think about the cards in the game that have on-attack effects that are only good on attack, and what they do. Basil Hawkins, Okiku. Can you what are other on-attack effects that only have on-attack effects that we play?
I mean, green has the best of them.
Exactly. But and then
Nico Robin would be after that.
Robin,
Newgate.
All the red and greens.
Yeah. It's literally red and greens have the
And
best.
then a lot of
attacking
them
effects.
are lower end cards because it's harder to deal with them if I play that down turn 2,
Correct.
you know?
Oh.
Okiku, turn 1.
Yeah.
That was the big reason why
Yeah,
that card
that's
was
why
so
Kinemon
good,
was
because
so good.
it's a really big tempo turn. But playing a 4-6 that next turn will draw you a card, it's with no counter, I'm like,
So I
It's
believe,
an engine.
real quick here, while we're on the topic of store championships still, before we move down in our rundown, what do you think is going to be the most dominant deck of the store championship run? I believe store championships go until the end of August, correct?
Yeah, that wave. Yeah.
The
'cause-
first wave is till the end of August,
Yes. Shit sounds like it.
first wave, I think we're going to see a lot of yellow and red.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yellow and red.
Yeah.
I mean,
Lava
I've seen
yellow,
2 yellow win already, so.
I think
So I've
Sora doing
seen,
Sora things.
I've already seen some sprinkling of some Crocs. I would not
Crocodile
be
Blue?
surprised if we
Wow.
see more Crocs. I really wouldn't.
I don't think we're going to see
Croc's really
Croc
good.
until late in the format.
You don't think till late? Okay.
Because there-
I think Croc's really good.
Croc is
So
really
we-
bad against yellow specifically, and too many people are playing yellow right now. And I think when the format kind of
when the fat dies
dissolves,
down.
and then less people are playing yellow just because they want to try the new things and have fun with the
Yeah.
new toys. When people go back to their comfort picks or their red picks or whatever deck they're trying to play, or some new format might for instance, if black gets really good all of a sudden.
Well, yeah, and it definitely will when yellow starts to die down.
Yeah.
100%. I'm telling you right now, Rob Lucci will be the best color next to red.
Yeah,
100%.
we're gonna have red, and then everyone's gonna there's gonna be a point where people stop playing yellow, and when people stop playing yellow, then black's gonna become really popular again, and then when black comes really popular again,
Yellow's going to come back too.
blue's gonna come really
cyclical.
popular again, and then blue and black are gonna be there, and then red's gonna kind of be there too, and then people are gonna start playing a little bit more yellow
Right.
because those are the competitive decks, which is gonna drop everything down, and then you're gonna see a lot more red getting played to counteract them.
Every event,
Right.
it'll,
Yeah.
it'll
And it's just
change.
So,
yeah.
I feel like we're both pretty good players, right?
I would believe so.
And I've played Rob Lucci and you've played Katakuri a lot. Okay.
Yes.
And I will say this right now. The Rob Lucci into Katakuri is definitely a skill check game. If you do not know what to do off the bat, that is like a 0-100 matchup if you don't have any inkling of what to do. If you
Yeah.
have an inkling, it's still only a 40-60 probably.
I can't.
I mean, it's like it's bad. It's
Yeah,
bad.
I don't think I've lost to a black deck yet. And
Only me in tournament.
did I play you in tournament playing?
Yeah, it was the finals at Versus.
If I.
Are you
Oh.
playing black?
Yeah, I was playing Rabalucci and you're playing Katakuri.
Were you?
Ben watched the whole match. Yeah. And you made me replay you because I wanted to go get a wine slushie and keep drinking.
Oh,
I
the
see.
weekday tournament.
Yeah.
I think
It was
that,
the
yeah, that was
first
like day one.
tournament.
It was
Yeah,
literally
it was
day
literally
one.
day one
Yeah,
of the
it was
set.
day one. But after that,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I still.
I went too wide too fast.
Were you playing it with more Marines than CP9?
Nope, it was Airdor.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
In the Airdor version, you literally, your only hope, in my opinion, is to go wide fast. But that's still beside the point. That was never even to get mentioned. But the point is that, like, it's a huge skill check game. Like, for you to even have a shot into yellow, you have to understand what the objective is from the jump.
You also have to get lucky because
You
like
have to get lucky. 100%.
yeah. Because it's like,
100%.
oh, I have to hit my air door, and then my air door has to get me
Right,
something
but,
really good.
but when to
and then-
play an air door is the skill check play. There are times where it's like, I'm going to jam down this 4-cost Borsellino and I have 4 Don left, and I'm jamming air door too, even though I have another Borsellino in my hand. It's not always the right play to go double blocker that can be removed. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just need that freaking Kaku out there or that Bluno or whatever it is. You know what I mean? And that's why I say that. I think people are going to figure out Rob Lucci as we go on. And I don't know that the yellow match ever gets better. I just think it's one of those things. It's like how Law was, like, in my opinion, the best deck last format, but it struggled into Zoro and Luffy compared to every other deck. You know what I mean? I just think that's going to be the deck for CP9. Yellow will always be the deck for CP9. Everything else feels like it's fine. At worst, it's a 50-50, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I still think Rob Lucci's really good, and I think he'll be figured out at some point, and I'm eager to see it. That's one of the things I'm most excited to see from the store
It's a
championship.
good leader. Yeah.
Different Lucci list. Because I do think, too, the cool thing about Black right now is, like, the card pool.
It's got some good
Black
cards
definitely
there.
has an interesting card pool.
It has an interesting card pool.
One of the best
I mean,
blockers.
it's getting up there. You're literally starting to get up there to, like, green territory at least.
Yeah, my biggest issue with Black right now, which Kaku is helping out with that, is
The hand destruction?
the hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because
Kaku fixes a lot of it.
I remember I was talking to some Black player the other day, and then they were like, "Oh, I could have popped your Big Mom if I would have done this instead." And I was like, "That you would have had to use 5 cards to do
Yeah.
that, though." And they're like, They're like, "No, I would have played 3 of these 2Ks to minus your Big Mom by
Yeah,
2,
it's never worth
and then
it.
I would have played this Sakazuki."
That's
to
a lot of
then-"
cards.
I was like, "Yeah, so you would have played Sakazuki from hand,
Yeah.
then you would have dropped 3 2Ks, and then you would have also had a discard card." I was like, "That's 5 cards to kill my 1 card."
And not only that, what
And
prevents
it
you from
flows.
dropping another Big Mom next turn?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I play the Big Mom next turn,
Like,
and then you
That's why you got to play
those
around it no
plays.
matter what. You got to deal
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's interesting. I'm looking forward to, though, in the store championship, seeing also, I think, and this is total bias, total 100% bias. I'll start with that. I think there's a Whitebeard list out there that people haven't figured out. I even like your ideas with Whitebeard.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's definitely some Whitebeard list out there. I'm definitely working on some spice. I think there's some Whitebeard out there that is not just the traditional new build of Whitebeard Pirates.
I think there's something that's like there too, and then I was tinkering around with it, and I stopped tinkering around with it because I don't want it to be a thing.
what an ass.
I think there's
Just give me
some
the list,
stuff,
it's
though.
fine.
I think about all because Red has such
Yeah.
a crazy card pool. And
Yeah.
every once in a while, I'll sit there and be like, "Oh my god, you could do this, 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 and this."
I will
and I'll
say,
start deck building.
all this-
It
support
is
Red
becoming
has.
a super fun archetype. Like because of the card pool.
I
Like
know,
there's
but
so
it's-
many different builds.
I just hate that it's so good.
There's so many
It's
searches
so
for everything now.
good.
Search
And then
events, straw hats,
That's how I've
Whitebeard
always
Pirates.
been with every game I ever play.
Yeah.
I hate when decks are like just oppressively the best deck for too long, and a lot of the time, like
Well, we already. Here's a good thing.
Oh, sorry.
For everyone in this set that is saying exactly what you're saying, and I think there are people saying exactly what you're saying, is that we know by set 4 a lot of that changes. We already have proof.
maybe
Rebecca, Film Dofi, Whitebeard.
we'll see.
There's been some variety in there.
That's
I
been
think
the winning.
that might be
And
for
Whitebeard was week 1. It hasn't
Right.
won since. It's gotten top. It's top. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's still a good deck. It's still a good.
Rebecca's
archetype.
just a really strong deck.
Rebecca's insane.
Yeah.
And Film Dofi's insane.
and we're getting more
like
film support.
Like I personally can't wait for
film
that
support, too.
archetype. Let's move on to the next subject, OP-04.
Yeah.
There's some new cards, Don Quixote.
Oh, that's OP-04
cards.
for...
It gets a Bonnie Searcher.
It gets a Bonnie.
Oh,
In
sorry, that's for
OP-05.
5.
In OP-05, it gets a
Yeah,
Bonnie
so
Searcher.
it's Baby
But
5.
it comes back to the archetype.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's Baby 5, and she is going to be the...
A Bonnie Searcher.
Yeah.
1/1 with 1K
Tap
counter.
every turn, I believe.
Tap 1, play,
Yeah,
tap.
searches you may versus character, and top 5, Don Quixote Pirates, and then, yeah.
Yeah, it's a Bonnie.
But-
Bonnie Momo.
But
There's
my point is
two
that
other ones.
archetype is becoming a thing.
Yeah,
like
it's really
it will
good.
be a thing.
The other thing, too, is that they... because before I read the baby skill, they showed the Pika skill. And I read the Pika
Yeah.
skill because the Pika resets a 1-drop.
Oh,
So I read that and I was
You know,
like,
the
ooh, you can
the
reset...
Buffalo.
Or the Buffalo.
Yeah, so
I
the
read that
Buffalo-
and I was like, you can reset Bonnie with that. And then I read the next card down and I was like, oh, okay, I
Yeah,
guess...
so it's like Raizo, because it's like when it is a blurry card magazine picture, so it might be wrong. But when we get a clearer picture, we'll know the actual translation. But it says, when attacking once per turn, if you have 2 or more rested characters, set one of your 1-cost characters as active. That's
yeah,
for Buffalo.
That's crazy though.
And in Pika, it's end of your turn, set as active. Once per turn, when this character will be KO'd, instead rest one of your non-Pika characters as active.
Yeah.
But already with OP-04
Yeah.
and what we've seen from OP-05, like the Don Quixote Pirates have so many cool abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all of them have like something different they do.
Also,
More
that
green
Buffalo,
cards.
by the way...
Sugar, by the way, is
Sugar's
absolutely
really,
busted.
really good.
That's probably my favorite card next set is Sugar. The fact
Sugar
that she
for-
like does things on your turn on the on play and also directly involves your opponent's turn is so good.
Also, not to mention, just the 10-drop Doflamingo.
Oh,
Oh, he's
That
insane.
card's so good for
yeah.
no reason.
It's probably my favorite 10 drop starting next set.
It's not going to be your favorite 10-drop starting next set when people keep on playing against you.
That's probably true. I still think Kaido's really good. That new Kaido that comes out next set where it's like bottom
The
an
blue
8
one?
cost or an 8,000 character.
Yeah, it's
The blue one,
It's
right?
10-12, I
Yeah.
believe.
It's a 10-12 and it bounces an 8 and a 4 on play.
I mean, that's really good.
He's, yeah.
Yeah, and then
I think we'll see Japan like start to figure that out too more. Like we've seen Queen do really well. The
Yeah,
new
Queen
Queen
was
leader over there.
Yeah.
I gotta say, man, I'm super impressed with Bandai and Set 4 like really expanding. The
There's
game.
more diversity. With
So
leaders.
much diversity.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just seeing it right now. I understand too. We gotta acknowledge some of it could be that they're bored. You know what I mean? Like they're really pushing
Yeah.
the envelope maybe a little.
you say that, but in Japan, they were hard pushing Whitebeard.
Oh, 100%.
very long time.
Well, Set
Yeah.
3. Set 2, they did not do that much with it. Strawbeard came out of it
Because
towards
they figured it
tail
out at the end of the...
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they figured it out, and then they played all of Set 3 with it, and then
Yeah.
they got it hit, and then...
But like what we
Insane.
played in
They really
Peoria
started
wasn't
playing.
a thing over there.
No.
Nobody played
But
it.
that's because
Yeah.
people stopped... So, they picked up Strawbeard. It happens every format.
It was-
It's
Right.
happened in this format, it'll happen next format, it'll happen forever, where Japan gets the growing pains out, they figure out what like people should be
At
playing.
the very end. Yeah.
And then at the very end, they figure out how the game should be playing that format, and then
Yeah.
and then America like takes it and then builds it even further from that.
Yeah.
It happens every time.
And Pokemon was a problem because you had Worlds. And it's like
Uh-huh.
Japan's already a set ahead of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're coming back to pretty much play your set
Mm-hmm.
when they already have one set ahead. And it's like, in Pokemon, I know for them, they would come back with like some spice that like, oh, that Corsola does what? That's just a random card in my binder. It's like, you've had that long to just sit on that card, or vice versa. It's like over here, we're like, oh, we're playing Blissey everything, and it's like these just big stage ones, and it's like, what are you going to do?
It's gonna get to that point.
That's how long. I
We're
just
in like
really
set
dated myself.
6 or 8 or whatever.
Big stage one.
And they go, oh, you can play this broker chopper from set 1.
Yeah.
You know, you never know. It's random
Correct.
example.
Like, I
But
can't-
it's gonna come to that eventually.
I think that's why personally Worlds is gonna be super cool to see. Like even from a streaming perspective.
yeah. Hope it's in here. Hope it's in the
Yeah,
United
it's
States.
gonna be really awesome just standing up there
Yeah.
with the first place trophy.
This guy.
Clip it.
This guy.
Clip it.
Thinking you're king of the pirates.
I'm gonna be king of the pirates.
Oh.
Sheesh.
So
I don't know how we come
today,
back from that.
Wednesday, July 12th, Evan D. Garms.
How do we come back
He's gonna
from
be king
that?
of the
I don't know, man.
pirates.
Just think about it.
Time code.
I'm just saying, every day of the week, Luffy will go out there and say he was going to be king of the pirates. And everyone looked at him and said, you're fucking crazy. And then one day, he got a group of people that looked at him and was like, that motherfucker's going to be king of the pirates.
But where's your group?
You guys will come around. No, I'm saying day one.
It's like the
everyone's-
fake straw hats from
saying
Savoy.
Day one.
the choppers
Everyone's
are
looking at
raccoon.
him saying he's fucking crazy. But one day you guys are gonna look at me and be like, you know what, that motherfucker's gonna be king of pirates. And guess what? Going to Nats, boys.
It's giving
going to Nats.
Gecko Moria vibes.
So am I.
Yeah, I know. Law, Beppo, you're there.
Bro, but it's the opposite
Is
for
it 'cause he's
Peoria.
No.
You're my Beppo.
You calling him a
Nah, I
bear?
hate Beppo. Yeah, he's lovable.
That's-
I bet he also knows, like, randomly kung fu.
You're right. You're Sachi or whatever.
Oh my god.
Penguin.
It's Hunter and him, Sachi and Penguin.
Speaking of Hunter, another victory tonight at
Yeah.
a pretty big locals. I think they had like 30
Maitland?
people tonight. Yeah.
Oh, 30,
yeah.
nice.
When I dropped off a card to Rojas, it was like 30 people out there. He won with Big Mom. Straight starter
Starter
deck,
deck?
yellow Big Mom, yeah.
Did he play the starter the Katakuri or no?
No, he just cut those actually. He cut the Rush Katakuri.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact, and he replaced it with Cracker, which I agree with because I think you need the trigger.
Oh,
we
yeah.
need more triggers.
So, I not
more
that
controlling.
Hunter watches our podcasts, but I do 90% of his deck building.
Yeah.
Wow.
He-
No,
need-
not to out him like that.
Wow.
He needs the Cracker though. I mean,
Yeah, I know. Like, you...
There wasn't enough triggers
Yeah.
for a deck that literally can choose its triggers. You know?
Dude, seeing that Berlin trigger is triggering. No pun intended.
Yeah, I mean, he apparently really did it to the Smoker player in the finals. I think it was Austin in the
By
finals.
Smoker player, you mean Brandon?
No, it was Austin.
Somebody, Austin plays Smoker? Oh.
Yeah, Austin said he gained 11 life that game.
Yeah.
He might have been exaggerating, but he said
I mean, there's no limit. It's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It probably wasn't all in one turn. Like, I
Yeah,
doubt he was
throughout
at
the
11
match.
life, but I'm
Yeah.
saying...
But there's
Damn.
definitely a lot you can do. I mean,
Yeah,
even when we were
fine.
testing
Doesn't
Katakuri into Black Yellow Big Mom, there's like, I mean, all the yellow leaders are viable. None of them are bad.
No, I think it's really good.
Yeah, none of them are bad.
Wiggy Yamato next month.
I can't wait for that one. That's what I'm the most excited about.
Yeah, and then
the
with the
problem
Black
with her
Luffy,
though
yeah.
is that you can't use 10-drop Big Mom, which is maybe the best yellow card in the format.
I think the
So
7
it's,
drop
so it's more
is-
mid-range.
Huh?
I think the 7 drop is.
You like the 7-drop?
I think the 7 drop's cracked.
But
When
do
you're
you
playing
not get
red.
what I'm saying about yellow?
Yeah.
I think the leaders are all fantastic. Like, I love everything.
Yeah,
the
I know.
leaders do.
Meanwhile, purple.
The way
The
I'm...
cards themselves, the
It's a
card
s-
pool makes it linear.
It's a set 1 card pool.
Yeah.
Eventually
Yeah.
they'll get there.
Yeah.
I have
It's
full
going to
faith.
get better.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
Okay.
understand that too. I
We're
wish
get-
I could
so-
do a little bit more
Yes.
than play big body.
I'm not
return.
knocking anyone who plays yellow when I
But-
say this, but
but
I'm just saying
thematically-
the cards make you play linear. Like, there is something you have to do on this
Yo.
turn. There's nothing in there.
Oh my
No,
god.
but it's fine because look,
There's something you have
thematically,
to do on those
black,
turns.
we only had Marines. Now we have CP and Marines, so we have 2 things to work out.
But, I mean,
We're
in
gonna
America, what did Smoker do last set?
We got
I
some
will
tops,
say that.
some tops.
Yellow's
Yeah.
already better than Smoker was.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
I think
yeah,
so,
yeah.
too.
And then we're gonna get Scott Island and Shandians and whatever for set 5 also. So we're gonna get a whole new
Nice
archetype
plug,
for set 5.
fanboy.
It'll
First
depend on
Capilla.
how that deck likes.
What's
to
your
play with
favorite
others.
character? Just tell them, Diego.
You know,
He really likes Slim Shady.
absolutely.
Mr. 8 Mile
No.
himself.
Truthfully, my first PVC figure is a portrait of pirates, Crocodile from Marineford, like the black outfit.
Okay.
The second one was the Enaru figure, and he's got like you can take the head out and put on the shock face.
What are you guys most excited for going towards the future here? Like the immediate future. Like
Gen Con.
we still have Gen Con coming up, but how do we get to Gen Con? Like, what's the meta by Gen Con?
So actually, glad you asked because we're gonna go from we have the first, well not the first in America. We're getting a regional in the 15th, and that's the first one that we're gonna do in
Correct.
webcam.
This Saturday.
Yes, the 15th.
We have
So-
a buddy in it. Sagar's in it.
Yeah, I'm in it too, and I'm playing it, and then Daniel is judging, from what I recall.
Okay.
So then that's a regular 500 something people tournament, but the next week, I think it's on Sunday, we're gonna have the first 1,000 plus people regional.
Oh, I'm in that one.
You're in that one?
I'm in the following weekend
Yeah.
online.
So that's gonna be an
Regional Treasure
insane
Cup, I forget
event
what it is.
with 1,000 players online,
Yeah.
and it's so big that it's gonna be hosted via 2 Discord servers for
Yeah.
PPG. So it's gonna be a big event. It's gonna
And
be
if you're in the
long.
second one, you just suck.
Yeah, because it's like table one through 250, and the other one is the so.
Make sure I have that VPN going.
That's gonna be a
Yeah, I know, right?
A-
You
a
get that
temp- a temp-
VPN ready. All the Florida boys out
yes. So get a VPN, get it ready because you never know what can happen. Because last time we all got screwed out of our event, we all got a round 1 loss.
Still pulled out a chopper though.
Look at you.
I think one of us had to.
there.
Yeah.
Didn't you play your match though?
Hey, you got to.
Yeah, I was tilted though. I started 20 minutes late.
But no.
But
thing
my
about it-
shout out to my opponent. If for some reason you're watching this, you were awesome to wait 20 freaking minutes. I would not have on the other end. I would just been like, I know the problem isn't on my end, but the guy was super, super kind.
But you saw in
And
the
I'm
chat,
over here like
yeah.
sweating, stressed, got my Starbucks coffee. Just
Same. I went to get
Totally
Wendy's.
Garrett tweaking at that point, you know? Yeah.
I have Brandon on video call. It's like, what is going on, Diego? I can't get in.
Yeah, I'm sure Brandon was tweaking.
Oh,
I was teaching him how to install the
I was
VPN.
so upset because it was such a. I won like 4 games back to back trying to climb it out. But I
Yeah,
just
after
couldn't-
the first round, I went undefeated
Yeah.
till the final round.
Yeah.
And then that's when I lost because you guys went to the
And then we ended at 8 rounds because
Yeah.
the tiebreak. No, the down pairs kept losing. So that was unfortunate. Could have had 9 rounds. We had 8.
No, my only 2 losses that whole day were Zoro.
But
Game 1, I shouldn't have lost, but the final match against Zoro was totally legit. Like, he just did Zoro things.
So people always say like going to an online tournament, it's easier to win because there's no top cut. But
I think it's
now that we're
harder.
doing a 10 rounder, right? Guys, that's 10 rounds,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We're doing a 10 rounder online. You think it's going to be more
Well, it
definitive
can be
for
like
whatever deck
Arlington.
wins?
It can be like Arlington. It'd
Yeah.
be 9 rounds. Arlington was 9 rounds.
Oh, it was only 800 something.
862. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't have a guarantee that it's gonna be 1,000 people.
I think it
Online
will
events
win.
are never filled.
Yeah,
out.
but even if you get 1,000 people for that online event, think about how many people are going to drop.
That's what I'm saying.
But they're the ones that are losing. So-
No, but like
There's a good chance I'm saying that a pair down could lose the final round.
Yeah.
And it's still 9 rounds.
Possibly.
I would. What was it? I played a Digimon tournament, and I had my opponents on an online tournament dropping
Yeah.
after round 3 when I was undefeated.
Oh.
Here's my thing though.
Yeah.
And here's why I say
Yeah.
online tournaments are harder for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
I can't read your face. I don't even get to see it. That's
Yeah.
a big deal for like a lot of card players. Is like I want to read your face.
body
I want to
language.
see you draw your cards. I want to see
So you can see the
any
shake your hand.
information you might give me.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
People also- yeah.
Second off with the online tournaments is that I get lazy. Like I'm at my house just
Yeah.
chilling. I'm not in the environment of a coliseum, a hotel, a convention
Venue,
center,
yeah.
some cool venue. It's like it's none of these things, you know. I didn't travel to get there.
Yeah.
I'm not like locked in,
That's a
been thinking
different
about
mindset.
it for
Yeah,
days.
you're not in the mindset. You're not.
I woke
watching
up
your
and grabbed
opponent.
coffee downstairs and came up to play my game. Like, it's just a different mindset.
I think
There's
you
also
don't-
moments
yeah.
where like,
Like, I'll be honest, straightforward. I misplay the most in online tournaments.
yeah,
You're more
100%.
relaxed.
100%.
Yeah.
and
You just don't feel the stakes as much.
you don't feel the stakes.
Mm.
I'll be like thinking about a play, and then I'll look at my opponent's hand. I'll notice they have like 3 cards in hand.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, like I was like, I'll be like, oh, you only have 3 cards in hand. I can do this other play.
Yeah.
Like, and obviously, yes, I could ask my opponent what cards in hand are, but
Yeah.
that, I'm not always like thinking about okay, cards in hand, cards in hand. Like, I'm not asking that every
Right.
2 seconds.
Right.
But sometimes you're like thinking about your turn. You look up, and then you're like, oh, wait, how many
Yeah.
cards do you have in your hand?
Like, online, you have to be so diligent.
Definitely, if you have the hardware for it, do get like Streamlabs OBS, whatever, and do record your gameplay for personal use so you can not stream it, but like study your game, see what you could have done differently, especially because we're at the beginning of the format, so you can learn from that, and also for protection in case, no matter what, there's always going to be some kind of cheater somewhere going around.
Yeah, it's not
in
even
person,
just that.
online, anywhere.
It also covers you because, depending on how the thing goes, a lot of the time, if your opponent
Yeah.
does something and you call a judge over,
Yes.
the judge, if I say thing A happened and then your opponent says thing B happened, I can pull up the recording and be like, nope, see, thing A happened.
Give you an example.
But do you guys tell them that you're recording?
You don't have
no,
to.
so in
you do
some
not
places,
have to. You have to tell them if you're going to put it on YouTube, I believe.
you have to
now.
consent
'Cause I
if
asked
you're going
Kurt
to
about
publish
that.
it.
Yeah, if
right.
you're going to publish it, you have to tell them, but
Yeah,
if
because there is
you're-
some.
But
some
recording, you do
states-
not.
Yeah, no. If personal use, it don't
But
matter.
do you say it like as like a method to get them not to cheat, Like hey, you just heads up, you're being recorded.
No. If I was streaming, I would let him know. If not, no, because it's just personal use no matter what, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
And it's like, you're watching a sporting event. It's like, oh, it happened. Review the tape.
What was it? An example of what you were saying?
Yeah.
Let's say I'm a Whitebeard player.
I was gonna say
Or
example.
You're a Whitebeard player.
Yeah.
You play Whitebeard.
Yeah.
You don't declare a leader.
That's what I was gonna say in my example.
Not that I've had people in tournament not declare leader against me, and I didn't do anything because
at local it's whatever.
Yeah.
Even in tournament, like I was at
It's scumbaggy. I don't care what. I'll just say
when
right
we were in
here.
Peoria, my opponent didn't call it, and I looked at him and I said, "Hey, make sure you call it."
Yes.
I was like, "I'm not sharking on you, but make sure you call it because people not."
Right.
And then it was really funny because I told him that, and then
Yeah.
next year he played another 9-drop, and then when he played it, he said, "I declare ability." I was like, "That's not." It works. You still have to target leader, but I was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
You get what he's saying.
Yeah, I know, but I just thought it was
Something
funny
to
because I told
say.
him to do it, and then he didn't even do it right. I'm just saying, like,
Bro, I had the funniest thing happen to me. And it
Man.
turns out I was correct, by the
I'm
way.
not I'm not saying to lie about it. I'm just saying maybe your opponent just didn't hear you.
So when we were in Arlington, I said, I played down my leader, and I said, I played down the Newgate, and I instantly said, right when I played him down, 8K to lead, right? Mm-hmm. I asked Ben afterwards, he said that does count as designating. You literally designated that you increased to 8K, and you're doing the damage immediately. He said if I would have done any other play of action before doing that, then I'm wrong. He said because it was an immediate play. Here's the funny part, though. This is the best part. The guy combos out of 8K swing, right? And then tells me the next play during his turn, oh, you didn't say your leader.
Bro.
Oh, what? You just
accepted
wanted
the
to
game
combo out of
stage.
8K? Like, you just wanted to do that? Like, willy-nilly?
Yeah,
no,
that's the
you
best
comboed
thing
out of
when
8K.
they-
You recognized I said my leader.
Or
That just kills me. Like, I can't believe there's actually people out there. My point is, there's people out there that will try to dog you for everything.
Yeah, I know.
And they'll try to be sly about it. That's the bigger thing. Is like, here's your 2K and a 1K. Two 2Ks to get out of that 8K swing. And it's like, next turn, oh, you didn't declare. But I comboed out of 8K.
I mean, it's illegal.
after you defend it,
Yeah, but there's no reason
it's
to do
already
it.
accepted.
For instance, I mean, I would do that to you all the time too. When I would swing at you for no, it's not cheating.
Sort of, you're
where if
Don't
I'm
worry
not
about-
willing to increase my leader's power to swing into Whitebeard, I'll still swing 5 into them, and then it is not a legal action for them to counter it.
That's okay. But if you allow them to take the life,
I
Ben
will
said
not let
something's
no.
wrong.
I will not let them take the life
So why are you even doing it?
because I might get a card out of their hand if they're not paying attention.
But then
You
you
already
have to,
dropped it. Yep, there we go. Yeah.
But don't you have to go back to game state?
How is that
What?
illegal?
No,
reinstate?
you can dump cards during
If
damage.
I attack you and I'm weaker
You
than
can
you,
you can just throw out.
I can counter. Yeah, that's not a legal action.
Because Ben said, I thought Ben said something about like the player being held accountable as well.
Yes, but that's if they took the life. Because
Gotcha.
So if I swing 5
So if
and
I
you're-
was like willy nilly not paying attention, and I see your leader,
Yeah, you
swinging
can't
at
let
my
him take
leader, and I'm
life.
like, I don't think that I'm Whitebeard.
yeah,
Excuse me. And I take that life, you're held responsible as well.
I'm also responsible to make sure that you don't take that life.
Yeah.
Because
Gotcha. So that's what he meant.
But if I go 5
like
and
you're
you're 6
exploiting
and then you
something.
drop a 1K counter from your hand, that's legal.
Okay.
And
I
I
mean,
do that every
that
day
is
of the week
like
against
a-
Whitebeard.
Yeah.
But why would you even counter a 5? No.
Because they could think it's 5 to 5 and they just drop a 1K.
Yeah, some people have the habit where they think, oh, I'm playing Sora. So
Yeah,
it's
like
5
if
and
they're not
7.
someone that plays Whitebeard all the time and they're not used to the 6K.
So not us.
Yeah, I'll do that all the time, especially if it's the first turn of the game.
Down
Because most people just are like, oh, it's the first attack, I'll like guard it or take it right away. So
Yes.
I'll just go 5 and then
Yes. You can
Swing lead.
dump counters, do
They're
swing
allowed to dump
fail.
counter.
You know,
Yeah.
that's legal.
talking about all these online events that are coming up, especially that really big one, the 1,000
Yeah,
person
that's
one.
yeah.
2 leaders, I guess, to watch out for. One is Katakuri and one is Nami. First of all, Katakuri, this is an official ruling. When you use Katakuri skill or if you use any other effect that looks at your opponent's life, that life is revealed. So
Yeah.
instead of just the Katakuri user looking at it, that life is now revealed public knowledge.
So originally we have no word on how it was gonna get played out because Japan doesn't have these kind of online events. So everybody thought it's like, oh, you show it to the camera, but you don't see it yourself. No, that's like really dumb because what's stopping you from seeing your feed of the stream? You know?
Yeah, it just
So keeping it public all around is the best thing to do. That outright disallowing it.
Now,
which, you know,
because
Honestly,
of that,
I don't think it changes the game that
Nah.
much. Do you?
as a Katakuri player,
I mean,
think it does.
that's why
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
asking
yeah.
you. You do.
Yeah, I think it does to a degree.
Okay.
I don't think it'll be like.
Get you enough to not play the deck in an
might,
online
actually.
tournament?
I think
That's
it
what I'm
might.
asking you.
I think it kind of does.
Like, would you lean Whitebeard or something else?
Maybe. I would have to play it out. Like, we would have to play games with that as the rule for me to decide.
That's a
See,
good point.
Because
Yeah.
a really big reason
That is interesting.
why I like
Yeah.
playing Katakuri is the fact that I know what your life is. And then,
But, like-
so
Because you can try to play mind games with your opponent.
I do that all the
Like,
time.
oh, I left it there, so you know I'm letting you take it, and then you might be like,
But
I don't
knowing
need that
the
life right
trigger
now.
is coming is game changing.
Yes, if you know the trigger's coming, and then also if a lot of the time I'll put their high end curve on the bottom of their life because I want
No combo.
it's last life, no counter, and then I don't want them to be able to play that card on curve. Or
Yeah.
something
Right.
like that. So just the fact that they know what their life is, so that they can be prepared for it
Sure.
when it does go into their hand, does matter. But the main thing about that is online. That's the way it's going to go. It's gonna
And that's
be
fine. It's
revealed.
fair. It's a fair
The
way
deck
to do
still
it.
plays it.
Yeah.
It just makes it so that there isn't cases where you think your opponent might be cheating.
Totally get what you're saying. My only thing is, it's still at the end of the day, and why I think Katakuri is so good, a 7K swing coming at you for one down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
And then on top of that, Nami.
Mm-hmm.
So Nami doesn't have like any special ruling for an online event, but
However,
in
Yeah, however, caveat.
given the case of how much scandals and large waves of cheating go when you're going on these online events, I feel like almost every single online event I see some 20-second
Something
clip
happens.
of someone grabbing a random card
yeah.
or doing something under the sleeve,
Oh,
behind
I'm
the
ready for that
head,
one.
off on the sides.
and this isn't to say that like everyone's a cheater or anything.
No,
like,
but
these people
but
are
you have
far,
to prepare
it's just a
yourself and
statistical
protect
thing.
yourself.
You
yeah,
put 1,000
these people
in a
are
room.
far and few between, though. Is my point.
Yeah.
Like, but there's always gonna be someone.
If you have a 1,000-person tournament and one person's cheating, then it's what is the percentage
That's
of that?
nothing.
That's point,
Yeah, it
Yeah.
That's
happens.
0.1% of the
There's
players.
always someone. Is
But-
my point, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. So just watch out for it. We were saying Nami would be really easy because Nami has a deck out condition.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're playing against a Nami player and they reach that deck out condition to win the
They
game,
win automatically.
make sure you have them count out the amount of cards in play.
Yep.
So that it equals into 50.
So for that, I think you have to call a judge to make sure and have him do it alongside you because, I mean, out of courtesy, they can do it, but I don't think they're obligated to unless the judge is asking them to do so. Like, you
can
can't
still
go
ask them.
and have
No,
judges.
that's public information.
Is
Yeah,
it? No,
deck-
because I
deck-
know from like checking for islands with judges, you have to give them the deck so they can check that they have only 4 islands and not more than 4 islands. Get what I'm saying?
I'm not.
No, but that's no.
No. I'm not
but
asking him to
card
check
count
for
is
private-
is
Yeah,
public
card
information.
count is private information. I can ask you cards in deck and you
At
count out
any
your
point.
deck.
Okay.
Cards
You
in
can do
hand,
that
cards in life,
non-Nami.
cards. Yeah. You
Yeah.
can do that against anything.
Like, let me
Amount of island
put it
in
this
deck?
way. Let's say I see
Yeah.
3 radical beams in your discard pile, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know how many cards in your deck that are left, so I can do the odds in my head
Of pulling that
of what
one
are
off.
that one radical beam going to be your top deck next turn, or that one card in life. You know what I'm saying?
But you know he has it in his hand already.
Yeah, right, right, exactly.
So-
Yeah, okay, that's fair,
So-
you got it.
but that's public info.
Yeah.
Is his point.
So just ask him to count out public info.
Correct.
So hand, life, cards in or.
And
there
what
would be cards
Evan's
in deck,
really
but
trying to
trash.
say is there's nothing stopping a Nami player from only running 40 cards.
Yes.
And also-
a Nami player could play, like if you're playing a double sleeve deck or even on an online event, you
Yeah.
could play a triple sleeve deck.
for
No
for
one's gonna do it.
sleeves, very important. Always make sure it's a pet peeve thing or like a nitpick thing, but don't let people play with clear sleeves because getting to that point where marking those cards is going to matter, especially with like Nami.
Clear
is
sleeves. Let's
illegal.
be.
People still bring
correct
him to
in this.
tournaments,
I know, but I'm saying that's.
right? But
Not-
they let it go. They let it go.
But also when we say clear sleeves, we do not also mean over sleeves.
Right, you can oversleeve to protect your regular sleeve, but you need to have opaque sleeves
You can't
to
see
cover
the-
the card
you can't
back.
see any
You
of the
can't
backing of
see
the card.
this.
Yes.
Like technically, Dragon Shields, you can't really play them unless you
Here's a
have
good
the
example.
double mat or the little inner
So-
lining.
The reason why I only use pink sleeves Dragon's
Mm.
Shields. However, with pink you can see completely through.
Yeah, with
So
a lot of
I
colors.
get perfect fit smoke black Dragon Shields to go in, so you do not see that backing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the backing will be perfectly visible in a pink Dragon Shield sleeve.
Exactly.
That's illegal.
when I buy dragon shields, I buy dark colors so that
I buy katanas.
I just like pinks.
I don't like katanas that much.
I can't.
Yeah, for dragon shields, whenever I purchase dragon shields, I always do a darker
Like
color.
I can see the Pokeball and everything.
Like
right
even
there.
with
Yeah, I know,
red
I too.
and
Yeah.
orange, you can still see at the back. With
I
a
know,
dragon
that's why I
shield.
don't get to buy orange.
Yeah.
Really funny fun fact. Orange is my favorite color, and orange is not Diego's favorite color. But because of that, I can't use anything orange.
Why not? It's not a big deal.
Because it's your branding.
You know. Also,
all the Gen Con homies, you can get one of these.
A Chibi
Monkey
Luffy.
The Chibi one, right?
yeah.
Isn't that what it's
Yeah,
called?
I just call it Chibi Luffy.
Chibi Luffy.
That was a promotion in Japan for whatever it was, but now we have it
It was
here
at
in
the Anime
America.
Expo. Originally, we thought we were
Yeah.
only going to be able to get this card through the Anime Expo. It will be at Gen Con through Buddy Battle and through demos, correct?
Which are running through our same days as the regional.
no, but
and
me and
Treasure
you are
Club.
going to do a Buddy Battle. We're going to figure out a way.
It's on the same days, bro. I don't think it's happening.
Yeah, but DBS, my rounds will finish so fast once I
No,
win.
we just
and
gotta
we'll just go do Buddy Battle.
X3 drop, and then we'll make it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a Dragon Ball deck?
I'm building Gohan.
Are you building Gohan, or are you
Is
getting
Gohan good,
Gohan?
guys? I don't know.
I am building Gohan. I want to play Gohan so bad because he's my favorite.
I wanna
DBS
play Yamcha.
Dragon Ball.
He's
character.
my favorite Dragon Ball character.
If anyone's interested,
The
there's
Cell
still room
Saga is
for
the
that
best
regional.
saga of
I looked at the
possibly
other
anime ever to me.
That's not true.
No, I'm gonna be serious.
The best what?
No, I think the Cell Saga is like perfect peak anime to me, as far as like shonen goes.
I think you're.
But we
Your
have,
Line April is like the best to me.
Oof.
Not even gonna lie.
Oof.
But that for shonen,
Are you saying Cell Saga is better than Water 7?
probably.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
You're on crack.
Dude, Gohan doing that,
I think-
bro.
I think just like
I was more hyped for Gohan.
pubescent, like Garrett, like 13 years old, like just being like,
Exactly, dude.
yeah,
Loving it.
Welcome to the Anime Podcast, where we discuss all things anime.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to go with that.
Speaking of which, just said it, but for real, let us know if you guys want to hear like just a
I don't.
podcast of us
Chapter.
talking
You want to hear chapters?
Chapters?
Chapters.
Oh, no, I'll talk about chapters.
1087?
chapter spoilers,
Yeah, oh,
anime
yeah.
spoilers, just anime discussion stuff. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Anything new? Anything you guys are
Yeah.
ever looking for?
Yeah.
Please just drop us a
You
comment.
want to hear our shitty
We're all-
opinions? Yeah,
I
totally.
mean, we always try to read every comment.
Shitty opinions.
Yo, yeah, some anime opinions on
What's your anime opinion that you think is shit?
Dragon Ball in English is bad.
No shot! That's one of the best dubs ever. That and Cowboy Bebop.
Dragon Ball dub.
Okay, to
is the
finish this and
only
we
acceptable
end.
dub.
Yeah,
The
Cowboy Bebop. No, I'm sorry, Cowboy
Speech
Bebop.
I never
of
got
16
Cowboy
to Gohan and the speech of Goku and Namek was completely different from the original message that the anime had in Japan.
I don't care.
Yeah,
the
do you know what
voice
that
for
message-
Goku
yeah, do you
is
know how that
literally the
message went?
worst.
You need to use the Kamehameha!
That's not why you said
It's
it, but sure.
terrible.
And then afterwards he went, yeah,
That's low-key
The
racist.
the Japanese voice for Goku is awful.
It's because they use the same voice actor from when he was a little kid.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, because
I never knew that. So
yeah,
it's the same Dragon Ball voice as Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, so in Japan,
it's
when
Dragon
you do a
Ball.
voice for a little kid, they use a female voice actor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
well,
That's most
Luffy's
protagonists.
female.
Yeah, Luffy, Naruto, like
Maybe
all of those
Tanaka.
But
are.
Luffy doesn't sound bad to me. Naruto doesn't sound bad to me either. It's literally Goku. Goku sounds.
I think it's a little bit different.
it's
from
a
hearing
cultural
a
thing.
16-year-old do something versus a like 30-year-old man.
yeah.
with
Goku's
a,
like 30, bro.
yeah. No, he's like
He's
50.
650. He's just
Yeah.
good genes. He's Asian. That's why.
And he's like, yeah.
He's saying he's not Asian.
So Asian.
But yeah, no, he's like a 50-year-old man that sounds like a 15-year-old.
Anyways,
Yeah, that
I've
was
never
fun.
played DBS, and I'm gonna try to win my first regional at Gen Con.
You're gonna get so overwhelmed.
I can't wait.
That game is so like crazy.
I'm
I
kind
know,
of
there's
interested,
so
but
much
I don't want to.
text.
I just want to
I'm gonna have to
run
read
the
a
convention.
novel the whole tournament, bro.
Oh yeah, those cards are huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that text wall. No.
So much text.
But anyways, if you're doing the regional this weekend, let us know in the comments. Maybe I'll see you there.
Let us know how you did, even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What'd you
even-
play? We want to know that stuff.
Even on Facebook, show
yeah.
us your polls from the packs you get from participation. Anything. We'll watch it. We'll read it. Yeah.
Or hit us up on Threads. Right, Diego? Did you
Threads.
start
Oh
that?
yeah, I need to start that.
Give me the threads.
Diego said
Yeah.
he was gonna start us on
I've
Threads.
been busy.
Uh-huh.
Or you tell us on the
Maybe
Discord.
we'll become the most successful One Piece YouTube
Threads?
channel on
No,
Threads.
it's so weird. You can't search anything there but usernames.
You can't hashtag things either?
No, it's weird. I don't know. It's like you have to have the
You have to be
following from
part of the
Instagram.
thread. It's part of the thread, man.
I'm going to jump off a bridge right now.
Isn't Thread just kind of like Reddit, though?
No, it's literally Twitter.
Yeah, it's
Really?
just Twitter.
It's just Mark
But when
Zuckerberg
you
Twitter.
hear the word thread, don't you think of Reddit?
No.
I do.
I think of
I
message
think
boards.
of
forums.
I
Yeah.
think of Twitter thread.
No, I think of message boards. She's right. Yeah.
You
No,
do?
like forum,
I mean,
online
like,
forums,
yeah,
message
online
boards.
forums.
Yes, yes.
But that's what
what we
Reddit
used to
is.
have.
Reddit's an online forum.
Yeah,
That's
it's a different
legitimately
format.
what it
Yeah.
is.
Yes.
That's the definition of
You
Reddit.
literally don't think
We're a little bit older than you. That's why I'm
Yes.
sorry.
They're literally called threads on Reddit. Yeah.
Yes, I remember. I used to go to IGN.
Yeah, Garrett's like, Diego, you'd be my number one on MySpace.
Would you be my fan?
Sure.
I'll change my music every week for you.
Oh my
You
gosh.
can read into it.
You can put on Creed and Evanescence and Three
I'll
Doors
put on
Down.
Trevor's favorite song, How to Save a Life by The Fray. That'll be my song for the week.
Can't wake up. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. We're gonna catch you.
My life in 2 pieces.
This is
It's about to be. You were not alive when that song happened. I think.
I
Yeah, we were.
You were.
I don't
How
know
old do you think I am?
25.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, never mind then.
How old was it?
Wasn't it 1990 something?
Oh, I was 93.
No,
I was
no,
definitely-
sorry, no. That album was early 2000s. It had to be.
Yeah, I know. I was
Yeah.
like, it's Papa Roach, not like.
I mean, he
AC/DC.
heard that when he went ice skating in like 4th grade probably.
Yeah, I know.
And then he heard like headstrong, take on anyone. You know, like that was like literally ice. Like.
Thank you guys for
skating when you're
watching.
in
We'll
4th
catch you
grade.
next week.
It's the roller rink, not the ice skate.
The roller rink?
Yeah.
So it was ice skating rink for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was more of a
Those
roller
are
rink
some fun
kinda.
tangents.